Hello, everyone. Deron here, and I'm here with Dashan. He worked with me as a conversational hypnosis client, and I am thrilled for him to share his experience working with me. Dashan, first off, I would love for you to share prior to working with me, what was going on in your life?
Think when I came to you in March of 2025, I had done some research probably since about this time in 2024, just looking at hypnosis as a different modality to try to get some movement in my life, basically. Because before that, I tried talk therapy during the pandemic and I got fired within the first 6 months. A beautiful doctor I was working with, but she's like, "You're done. You know who you are. We've done the thing. All the things you wanted to talk about, we talked about. I don't want to waste your money." But I still needed an experience. I still needed something because I still felt empty. I didn't feel like the talk therapy helped me. Besides being able to talk out my issues, I didn't feel any release. I just happened to have a talk with you and I felt the connection. So I rocked with you.
Given our experience together, what was that like?
Really, just as it says in the title, is conversational. If you are coming to this with the notion of things that you've seen at movies and on TV, it's not that at all. It's actually the antithesis of that. It's not that sort of hypnotic experience. It's more of a conversational hypnotic experience. And again, it's not something that I even knew was a thing before we met. I didn't come with any real expectations except that I needed some relief. So I came with an open mind. As a kid of the military, if you are a person out there who knows anything about military life, it's very fragmented, and families, although might move from state to state, country to country together, the families are still often apart because the person in the military has to travel a lot. And that along with whatever else is happening in the family dynamic, I grew up in the house of depression. I think all of us were probably clinically depressed without being diagnosed. So that was something that plagued me for the first 50 plus years of my life, really, until you and I had that first conversation.
And now, after our work together, what type of results and experiences have you had thus far?
I think the most immediate, and it happened right after the first conversation, and I can see it grow from then until now. I've gotten lighter and lighter, essentially. So depression was a familiar friend, if you could call it that, my entire life. And so it's not, I don't get a little melancholy or down about something if I find something upsetting, but nothing sticks. There's no dark cloud over my shoulder. I find that once I feel myself dipping into that dark place, I give it the attention that it needs, but I clean it up pretty quickly and I snap back to something that's more balanced nowadays, a space that's more balanced, that has more to do with what's happening presently and what I'm pushing for in the future.
During our work together, what was the biggest realization that you had?
Although procrastination is actually a thing, I think that my relationship with it has changed when I started to understand that not all of it was due to things needing to be done urgently. Sometimes it was just I was pushing myself because of someone else's expectation. And as those sort of things left me, as depression was leaving me, I started to recognize that I do things in my own time. When they need to be done, they get done post haste. If there's some time or I need to put more thought on it or it needs another angle, I'll give it some more space. So I stopped beating myself up about not doing things immediately.
I love that. I think something I mentioned Dashan off air as well as where when I stopped feeling the need for things to be urgent, I actually
Mhm.
got more stuff done.
I think because before that, your time is wasted thinking about not doing it and coming up with excuses for not doing it. If you leave that, like I told you before, I would find myself, my mind would be thinking of reasons to not do something while my hands and my body are doing the thing that needed to be done right then. And that's when I started to notice the change. And from that point on, procrastination is not really a thing. I'll get to it when it's supposed to be done.
Yeah, I love that. Now, let's say someone is interested in doing hypnosis and they're skeptical. They have leaned into those myths about it being such and such, which could deem them to feel like it's not safe for them. What advice would you give those individuals?
I'd first of all say have a pre-talk with you, whatever your onboarding situation is, because once the person has a conversation with you, they recognize the truth about it. So before you even talk to a hypnotist or a hypnotherapist, and put a label on them. Do your research and recognize that hypnotherapy is a partnership. It's not the hypnotist doing something unto a subject. It's a partnership between two people. The person who's being hypnotized needs to want to actively change whatever situation they're in. And they're being guided by somebody who has the ability to help them get to where they need to be. And when you understand it that way, you recognize that you don't have to go to sleep. Your eyes can be awake, wide open the entire time. You are always in control because you're always conscious. So if you don't want to be a part of it, you can opt out of it. But I would behoove you to, if by the time you come to see a hypnotherapist, just be ready to have an experience, because that's what you're there for. If you want relief, you go all the way in. If you're not sure about it, then wait until you are sure. What I'm saying is I think that I'm a natural skeptic, but I was ready for change. I had the conversation, and I understand now that I am becoming a hypnotherapist myself, that you are in control. It's on you. The changes that you make in your life are all based on you. The hypnotherapist is just there to be a facilitator and help you find your way.
Last thing I would love is if you can share anything else that you would love to share. And in addition, because you are also becoming a hypnotherapist, if you can also mention where people can follow you as well.
Yes, you can follow me on Finding Alignment 369 on YouTube. That's probably going to be the page where I house my hypnotherapy. I think that at the end of the day, if we are seeking the help of others to move our lives forward and you found hypnotherapy, it's probably because you're ready to be free of that problem. And unlike any other sort of modality that I can think of and that I've already tried for myself, because that's the other part. Like I've done ayahuasca, I've partaken in mushrooms, I've done actual journeys, and all these things are beautiful journeys. But hypnotherapy cuts to the quick. Are we going to play around a few more years? Are we going to spend more of our time wasting time running in circles? Or do you want to cure the problem? Do you want to fix it? With one conversation, maybe 3 or 4 conversations, but generally with one good hypnotherapy conversation, you can change your life. So whatever this man is asking you to pay, just go ahead and pay it if you want to change your life. It's worth it. I believe it's totally worth it.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Dashan. Make sure you all follow him on YouTube. I'm excited to see his journey and how things transpire and all the hundreds and thousands of people's lives that he definitely transforms. Anything else you want to share?
Live life. Stop playing.
Thank you so much, Dashan.